Hello, everybody. Here we are again. And this is one more TCC, the Culture Corner podcast. We have some topic to discuss. We have some new members to talk about. And we have some news as well. Um, Today we have the members, the regular members, Guy, Bilal, Dev, and the youngest one in the group, Kashi. Uh, they are the regular ones who are going to be with us. This video is being recorded because I'm going on vacation for 2 weeks, and we're going to record the sessions now, but you can watch it live and leave your comments. Okay? So, how are you guys? How are you, Guy? How's everybody? How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm great, sir. Thank you for asking.
Mm-hmm. 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 Anybody
Yeah,
else?
no,
How are you,
no
Bilal?
problem. No problem with me.
Hello.
Everything is going well. I'm
Mm,
on vacation, so I'm really lazy right now.
yeah,
Just enjoy the time.
nice, nice. So today, as the last podcast, we talked about the future. Today, we're going to talk about the present. And as we are very polite, we would like to allow the newest member, the newest regular member, to talk about the present. So, Kashi, how do you define present or your present moment? How is living the present for you now?
If I talk about the present, just like I can say that my present is how it's going right now. So just I think in current situation, if I talk about in our country, we are facing. I am facing a different situation, just like financially we are facing because there are so different things over here which is not manageable. And if I think if I go a job, and I think with the salary package we are not satisfied with as a financially. So present, if I think right now as a present we are facing so many difficulties. So thinking for the future, for the best future. So struggling for that, and let's see what happens. So, and if I talk about the physically, how I physically want to improve myself, just
Mhm,
want to join gym and want to join physically to strong and mentally want
mhm,
to strong me, but I
mhm,
have no time right now to
mhm,
manage
mhm,
the exercise to do the exercise in the morning, because after job I reached at home and I wait for the session. I have
mhm.
dinner. So after that, everything, and after all that, I give time to my family. So
Yes.
right now, my present is
Mhm.
going such like that.
And there's something that I would like you to talk about a little bit. That's your present. How do you see yourself as a dad? Because
Yeah, as
at
a
the
dad,
present
I'm
moment, you are a dad. So how do you see yourself?
exactly because I'm so happy because this is a new feelings for me, and
Mm-hmm.
all the times when I see to Zohan
Mm-hmm.
and my I get a new energy in myself. So everything is gonna be
Mm-hmm.
good. I think not married right now. They are thinking they can be married in future, but I'm so happy with Zohan right now.
Of course. Nice. Bilal, what can you talk about your present? You are close to graduation. How is this feeling? How is everything? Literally
Uh,
becoming a nurse in a few months.
yes, you are totally right, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Firstly, I want to say thank you for all you guys because this new podcast and the new era, can I say that? My present, I will start of my present. My present, now I'm, guys know I am a student nurse. And in a few months, I will be, how can I say, worker in hospital. I will be professional nurse. Honestly, I am happy, and at the same time, I am really afraid of that because when you transform to the new era or the new thing. Now I am a student. When I was training in the hospital, I was with I was training with my instructor, guys. But now I will go to work myself alone because I will be responsible and I will be, how can I say that? If I do some mistakes, I will be accountable for that. I Yeah, that's it. Because now that's why I am afraid about that. But I now my personality always focus on my present because guys, you have to live the moment because if you want to how planning for the future, firstly you have to live in the moment and you have to be focused on everything is around from you. Now I am focused on my studying nursing and English and my rehabilitation for because I want to come back for football club. So that's this is my life. But I want to say good quote from Mr. Rood. He posted on Instagram. Give me a second because this quote I really it was very useful for me. Yes, Mr. Rood said from Oprah Winfrey, I think. Yesterday is the past, tomorrow is the future, but today is a gift. That's why
Yeah.
that's why it's called the present. And
Mhm.
when I hear this quote, I really I was really happy because this
Mhm.
quote it's very useful for every people around the world. And
Mhm.
some American
Mhm.
American guy, someone said to my brother because he live in America, you have to enjoy in the moment. Yes, and I really like this quote. Yeah, enjoy in the moment because there is a lot of people around you. Focus on the future, and the future it's not arrive yet. You have to focus on the moment, and you have to live your moment, and you will be a good person in the future. You will be anything anything you have to be in the future. You will be. Don't worry about that. But the planning is very important. Planning in the for the future is very important. And I want to say three things how to live in the moment. Let me a second, sir. Give me. So there's a three steps if you want to live in the moment. That will help you more. Firstly, don't get caught up in thinking about the past or the future. Just live in the now.
Mhm.
Second one, be present in your own life and
Mhm.
in your own thought. Third one, all you have in this moment, don't let it slip away. Don't let it slip away. So that's why I would like to say,
Mhm.
and my present in my family, and I live with my family, and I'm
Mhm.
really focused with my studying. How can I say that? Focus with my family, focus in
Mhm.
everything around me, and focus
Mhm.
in news around the world.
Mhm.
Yes, that's it.
I agree. I agree. There's something I want to put my 2 cents, if you allow me. I think that everything that you said is really important, but we have to add as well something that I like to call commitment. You can be majored in nursing, for example, because you're going to be graduated. Your graduation is around the corner, as we say in English. But I can see passion when you talk about nursing because I know people that have a major and they don't have any kind of passion. So when there's no passion, there's no commitment.
Yes.
Like if you do something because you need to do it, because it's mandatory for you to do, then there's no passion. And when there's no passion, there's no commitment. I teach English for 28 years. You guys know this. And most of the time, I feel tired. I feel stressed out because I have a family. I have a teenage son. I have a younger son. But I love what I do. I told Kashi one of these days that I work for 60 hours a week. And when I'm teaching, it seems to me that I'm not working. But even when I'm tired, I never forget the word commitment. Like, my students need me and I need my students, you know? So, because my students sometimes they have only that hour to study English. So, if you, I think if a person does something mandatorily, when they are obligated to do that. Of course, there are jobs that we need the money to support our family. Maybe we don't like the job, but when you do what you love or you put yourself to do something like study English for 1 hour with me every day at noon, at the noon sessions on Zoom, that's a commitment. And if you don't have commitment, you don't go anywhere. Like, I know Dev for almost 2 years, 1 year and a half. I know you for a long time. I know Guy for a long time. Kashi is the youngest one. When I met Kashi, Kashi was speaking English for 20 days or 30 days, I guess. And I can talk about anything with Kashi now, messaging, texting, or speaking. It doesn't matter. So when we want, we make time. I'm gonna tell you something. If you tell me to go to the gym with you, I will have no time. If you tell me to teach you English at 2 a.m., I will make time. For the things that we love, and for the things that we consider important, we make time. So commitment and time come together. Like, oh, I have a difficult test. Like Dev said, I have a difficult test tomorrow. But I truly believe that he has a difficult test tomorrow. But if he had 1 hour lesson with me, that 1 hour wouldn't kill him because it's 1 hour in 24 hours. So your passion for nursing plus commitment, they go together and you're going to be an outstanding professional when you graduate. This is what I want. So you can be the best nursing in the world, but you have to have passion and commitment. You can be the best male nurse in Jordan, for example, but you have to have passion and commitment. That's really that's my advice for you because I know I am the oldest one here. I'm sorry. And but beautiful words. Thank you, Bilal. What about you, Mr. Dev? What about you? What do you think about the present?
As a student, everything is going fine, I guess, for me.
Mm-hmm.
I am currently studying in an university, and being a student, I think
Mm-hmm.
that's enough for me right now. I'm
Mm-hmm.
focusing on my skills to ensure
Mm-hmm.
a better future for me as
Mm-hmm.
well as for my parents.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, that's my main motive to do it.
Yeah. But apart from because you guys are talking only about practical things, but
Mhm.
how is living the present without the mandatory things that you have to do? What is the present now? Do you have a good present? Do you miss something? How is the present for you?
Yeah, actually, my present is going good, but something that I really miss is
Mm,
traveling because
traveling. Me
I
too.
have not, I have, yeah, I have not gone anywhere
Mm-hmm.
since last 1 year, since I
Mm-hmm.
joined my college.
Yeah.
This is the biggest thing that I'm missing right now, traveling.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
one more thing is, uh, I lack some.
Mm-hmm.
social interaction with people. I
Yeah.
really want to do that.
Yeah. You know that I am one WhatsApp away. You just ping me and we can talk. Don't worry.
Yeah,
You can have
sure.
interaction with people anyway. Guy, how is your present, Guy?
It's me. Well, really well right now
Mm-hmm.
because uh, I'm on vacation, so I'm enjoying my son, enjoying my wife.
Mm,
We are doing a lot of things together.
mm-hmm.
Uh, well, uh, to talk about the present, it's
Mm-hmm.
really easy because we enjoy a lot of things. For example, I am a person that really love family, so
Mm-hmm.
I love to hang out with
Mm-hmm.
them, and can to share a lot of things with my son. It's have been fantastic. Cash will pass for that. So I don't know. I'm a family guy, so I really enjoy that.
Okay.
And well, something it happened a lot of things in my
Mm-hmm.
life,
Mm-hmm.
but I hope the future will really good for me because
Yeah.
I feel that great things are coming,
Yeah, of course.
so I really enjoy it, and I need to enjoy it in the present because
Mm-hmm.
expect about the future is really
Mm-hmm.
important, but you really need
Yeah.
to enjoy your present because, well, do
Mm-hmm.
you do you know as I am,
Yeah.
so that's I am.
Mm-hmm. You are a hopeful person. Everybody
Yeah,
feels hopeful, I think,
yeah.
everywhere. Well, now is my turn. So, what can I say about the present? I need to sum everything up. Well, this year um, has been tough, has been good because it was the year of my retirement. So I am retired. I completed all my working years with my country, but I can still work as a teacher, so I'm happy for that because I love teaching English. And also this year was a little bit tough because my wife had back problems. I had kidney stones problems, so I had to cancel a lot of things because I don't like to cancel. But the present for me is really challenging. There are things that are really challenging because I have a teenage son and a 7-year old. So everybody, I know that everybody's giving tips for Kashi, but he's really going through. And the one who's going through the toughest is me because it's not easy to to teach a teenager, because sometimes they argue with you, sometimes they want to show that they know better than you do, and you tell them like, "Oh, if you walk 2 more steps, there's a hole and you're going to fall down. You can go this way. It's better for you." They want to go into the hole. So this is something that I have to deal with. So that's not only my super demanding job that I love, 60 hours, not only YouTube recording, my family, my wife, my parents, but I think education of a child or of a teenager, because I have two boys. I am a father to two boys, for those who don't know. It's really challenging. Okay. And something that I like to say, it's par for the course to go through these things. So doing this I learned from, but I think this year was really challenging. It was more challenging than good so far. One thing I can't complain is that many people want to have classes with me. I'm so happy. All of you here, besides Dev, you are my real students in real life, and the way that you are progressing amazes me because that's what I want. And dedication is what we need. But the present for me, now I'm going to go on a staycation, not a vacation, because I'm going to stay home for 2 weeks. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm going to be away from social media for 2 weeks. The only thing I'm going to be on is on WhatsApp. So I'm going to talk to you guys on WhatsApp, but there will be no Rod the teacher or Rod the English teacher for 2 weeks. And this is going to be the last podcast. We are coming back with the podcast in August as soon as I come back with the classes, with my work. And I can complain about the present because I want to finish. Bilal likes my quotes. I would like to tell you something. Have you guys ever imagined that we're never going to live this moment again? Like the time that we have now, we look at our clocks and the date. Today is July 18th,
18.
2024. So this time and this podcast recording is not going to come back ever again. So if you
Yes.
think of the moments that you live every day, you really appreciate. That's why we call it a present, because like in 1 year we might be recording, but maybe on not on the same day. We might be remember, oh, we might be we might remember like, oh, 1 year ago Kashi was sitting on his bed, Dev had a cool shirt on, Bilal had a cool hat on, Guy still didn't have hair, and so we would go. But we can be recording in 1 year from now, but it's not going to be the same day, the same way, the same place. Like in 1 year Bilal might be uh um really busy, like he might be on the run all the time, you know like he can be recording with us, but he can tell cases from his job. Yi might be in another place. Kashi might be, I don't know, fighting with Zohan because Zohan is going to be almost 2 years old. So that's why I think the present is so important. And one last thing that I want to say is that life is made of choices. Why do I say that life is made of choices? If I choose to sleep, I miss another thing. Like if I choose to record this podcast during my lunchtime in Brazil, I miss time for resting. But life is made of choices. Like choices is really important with the present. You know, I remember I am a person, I have a photographic memory. I don't know if you guys know what that is. I remember when I talked to the person for the first time. I remember the first time Bilal came to my session. I remember the first time Dev came to my session. I remember the first time Kashi came to my session. And I remember the first time Guy came to my session. And people sometimes they ask me, why did you stop going on Hello Talk? Because
That was the best moment in my life because I really appreciate to
mm-hmm,
Matthew
mm-hmm.
and the other guys, of course,
No, thank you.
because
Mm-hmm,
Matthew
mm-hmm.
changed my life,
Yeah.
because I was
Mm-hmm,
learning English, and
mm-hmm,
I really
mm-hmm,
needed to
mm-hmm,
learn more, and
mm-hmm.
I couldn't
Yeah.
to find a way, and
Mm-hmm,
suddenly I stopped with you
yeah.
on your front,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's changed my life. And as you know, my English is improving a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I need to thank you for
Yeah.
that, and I'm really proud about that because I can say
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
really, really want to. So
Mm-hmm.
we become friends,
Yeah.
and I'm really proud about that.
Mm-hmm. No, thank you so much for your kind words. There's something that I want to share with you, Bilal. This one I think you need to pay attention because it's going to be really close to you. And you know why? I'm not going to name names or I'm not going to say anything, but some of you know. There's a friend of mine, a dear friend of mine who's in a very difficult situation and he can't attend classes with me as you guys do. And one of these days, he sent me an audio message and he said, I would do anything to have one more hour of session with you. And when he said that to me, I said, why? And then he said, because your teaching, your passion for teaching, and the hour that I spent with you was the time that I could travel the world without leaving my house. And he told me, my teacher who died told me, I want you to tell my story. And he told me, one day when I die, I want you, Mr. Rod, to tell my story. What can I answer to a person like that? A person who is in a really difficult situation, who would give anything to spend 1 hour with you, who is miles and miles and miles and miles away. And when I have students sometimes that they come and tell me, oh, I am studying with you only because my parents want to, because you know how teenagers work. I would never, I would, and I will never actually forget his words because he said he would give the world to have 1 hour of a session with me. Not that I am important, because you understand what I'm trying to say, because he wanted to go back in time. He wouldn't like to go through the things that he's going now, but I'm sure that he's going to get through it really well and he can be with us very soon. So that's why I think we should value the present. Okay, we Bilal and Guy have sessions with me on Tuesday, so we value that time. Kashi has sessions with me every day. We value that time. So that's the present. That's why present is called present, because it's a present. Like when Guy sees Arthur growing and evolving and learning, when Kashi sees Ohan growing and evolving and learning, maybe Kashi is going to be a dad again. Maybe maybe in 2 years we might be talking about the wedding to be from Bilal. Maybe we can watch the graduation of Mr. Dev, you know, in any way. I don't know. We don't know what the future holds, but we really know what the present holds. So the leave the present. Like n- we woke up one like my wife has a cousin. He was 2 years my junior. He was and he woke up, he took a shower. 5 minutes later, he was dead without any reason. So you have to leave the present because maybe in 5 minutes we're not together anymore. That's why I think the present is so important. That's why I treasure my friendship with you guys. That's why I push you to record with me. I push you to classes because I think that togetherness and friendship moments, they are etched in our minds forever. So I will always I remember actually the first time that Bilal called me. I told him some time ago, I think it was 1 month ago, that he called me and he was sitting on the sidewalk on the street and he said, "Oh, you're really going to help me?" I said, "Yes." And he would come every day and every day, every day, every day. And then Dev and I had the ideas to get the diplomas to people who won the competition every week. So I remember everything. So I like to reminisce. This word reminisce is to remember fondly, like you are sitting around the table and you say, "You remember when this happened? You remember when that happened?" So that's why the present is so important. And I think this podcast episode is one of the most important ones. And then we're gonna talk about the past after this 2 week break we're going to have. And then about the past we can talk more. What do you guys think? Do you have anything to say? Anything to add? Feel free to say something if you want.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's my first time here in the
Mm-hmm.
podcast
Yeah.
because,
As a
yeah,
regular, it
it's
is. Mm-hmm.
right now it's regular, and I'm so happy to see everyone here, and I think it's a good thing to explore our knowledge and to share how our present is going right now, and because and all the time personally, if I talk about you, and I feel comfortable with all of you, and I feel confident to talk about everything. So thank you so much to give me this time, to give me this uh, this moment to celebrate with you, and thank you so much, Rod, for everything, because right now I'm speaking with you, with all of you. It's all about due to the Mr. Rod, because Mr. Rod has teach me everything about that. Thank you so much, sir.
You don't need to thank me because I am a teacher, and a teacher brings people together through knowledge. So it's a pleasure to have you
But
here. Deb, you want to say something? You want to
but
go
but
on?
when
Go
you
ahead.
but
Mm.
when you respect your teacher, you get
Mm-hmm.
more. So that's why, sir.
Yes,
Yeah, I
yes.
agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Deb, you want to say something?
Yeah,
Bilal, you want to say something? Go ahead. Mm.
I cannot join the classes every day due to my tight
I
schedule,
know.
but I really want to spare up 1 hour of my week for this
Mm.
podcast
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because your words of wisdom always inspire me and I don't want to miss that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
why I always come to this podcast and interact with you guys. And it's one of the most enjoyable thing for me.
And one thing about you that's really important, when I met you, I needed a moderator in the room, and because the number of people were growing and growing during the sessions, and I saw that you were so committed. Here comes the word commitment again. That I text you, can I talk to you? And I shared my WhatsApp number with you. And when I invited you to be a moderator, you said I'll be there. And then Guy came, and then Kashi came, and then Bilal came, and then Bilal had a winning streak of competitions. Every week, people were there to see Bilal win. But when we came to Zoom, uh, you could see how much attention and how deep the sessions would be, because I had more resources to teach. I could teach lyrics. I could teach anything, because Zoom has a functionality that allows me to provide you with more information. So
Mm.
we have the free sessions at noon, and we have the classes that you have with me for being my students. And I think that's really important. And also, one thing I want to highlight, we are in 4 different time zones. Dev is 8 hours and a half ahead of me. Kashi is 8 hours ahead of me, and Bilal is 6 hours ahead of me. So here's the proof that when you can, you do it. The only person in my time zone is Guy. So when you want to do, you do it. So if I have the sessions at noon, is because I put all the schedules of the people that want to learn in a suitable time to learn. So that's present. That's what we call caring. We care about each other. I care about Bilal, I care about Guy, I care about Dev, I care about Kashi, and vice versa. So everything that we need is commitment and caring. And most importantly, we have two different religions here, and there's no clashing between religions. I learned about the Arabic world, and Guy and I, we have different religions, but I never came to him and said, "Oh, I don't agree with something," or "We don't talk about religion." The only thing I tell Guy, I tell you guys, put me in your prayers, nothing else, because we have everybody has the same higher source to believe in. It doesn't matter the name you give, but we believe in a higher source. And when we believe good and when we wish good, we receive good. That's what I wanted to say. That's why the present is important. So, for me, I might not be the best teacher in the world. I never wanted to be, but I try my best to be the one who helps you. And when I see you evolving the way you do, um, like the way Dev used to speak English and the way Dev speaks English now, I remember, but he doesn't. Because let me give you a simple example. When you learn how to ride a bike, it's difficult. But after 2 years, you learn how to ride a bike, you forget about the difficult times. So who taught
Exactly.
you remembers. So who taught you remembers. But you forget because you know how to do it best. Like when you learn typing on a computer, dun, 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 and then dun, 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 dun. So you forget about the difficult times. But as a teacher, you remember the progress or the headway of a student. Okay? Um,
Yes.
well, that's why I think the present is so important. Guys, thank you so much for the recording. So we're going to be 2 weeks off now. You're going to be 2 weeks away from me. You can say, "Oh, thank goodness I'm going to be away from him from 2 weeks." But
No,
I'm
no.
going to badger you guys on WhatsApp in any way. I'm going to torment you guys on WhatsApp. All right? So
Right,
thank
sir.
you everybody. I hope you like this. Leave your comments because you're going to be watching it live on Saturday. Leave your comments. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Thank you. See you.
Bye
Bye
bye. Don't
bye.
forget to subscribe.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, subscribe, comment, like. Bye bye.